Hey, what's up guys? This is Brock from Omega, here with the next Reddit Omega War recap. This time we were randomly matched up against War and Glory. Very solid war clan. We were able to pull out the 2-star victory. It was a very even matchup, especially for a random. We both had 4 11s and 9 10s. The only difference was they had an extra 9.5, but in the grand scheme of things, that hardly makes a difference. They just use the 9.5 to nuke a couple 9s anyway, so not really a difference maker. If you look, they 2-starred our 11s, and the difference here was they got a 99% on our number 6 Very, so almost good at 10s, and 2-star 11s, pretty solid work there. If you look at their side, we 2-starred their top 3 Town 11s, and what do you know, another Vincent triple on their bottom Town 11, and we were able to clear the rest of it. So nice job, both clans. Got a few good attacks to show you. I'm going to start with the Town Hall 9s as usual. Let's look at number 24. This is Legend doing a Queen Walk, govalaloon. Now he's going to start his Queen Walk over here. I think the goal here was to take out, obviously, these 2 air defenses, this sweeper as well. Probably going to get that king eventually. Just going to speed this up a little bit. Now the pathing here was kind of weird. I'm not sure where exactly he intended to go here. I'm not sure if he meant to go up here to eventually get that air defense. Notice after the queen takes out this cannon, she's going to take a step back into the rage to take out the CC. So I think stepping back like that is what caused her to walk around towards that air defense. So I don't know if that's what he planned. If he did, that was pretty tough pathing for a queen walk to plan. But either way, it works out because what he's going to do is just drop his king and some Valks to quickly take out the enemy queen. All these storages down here, he had 6 storages here. So the Valks will just go ham on those. And then you'll get this nice little Tesla farm. It's a very nice little bonus for his Valks, king, and healed queen. So while they're taking that down with no issues, he's going to start his Laloon here, taking out this first defense rather quickly after he rages his loons through the west. Expo goes down, and that hound is eating some air defense shots, but that's okay. I mean, you want your hounds to pop anyway. So it's going to pop just in time for his couple of air defenses to get over there, take it out very quickly. He's a bit light on loons at this point, but he's going to use a rage just to get through these last few defenses. There's really just a couple wizard towers, and that's not really going to be a problem. Notice this wizard tower is focused on that one loon, so his final loons are going to be safe, and it's nothing but the cleanup. So nice job, Legend. I don't know if that was I don't know if you kind of winged it after your queen maybe went the wrong way, but either way, I liked it. Okay, next we're going to see number 20, JacDias, doing a double jump, shattered govaho. So he's just going to start on these mortars that he placed out here for him. Easy way to get your golems kind of where you want them to go. In this case, he wanted them to be there because he wants them to jump into into the core right there, right? Because now he can get to the CC, and he can just send his Valks in there to kind of gut the core with his heroes. So he's going to do that. He's going to eventually drop a heal, another jump, just to get the Valks through like most of the base here. Going to drop some hogs in that distracted archer tower. And meanwhile, he's going to use the rest of his hogs to take out this kind of dense concentration of point defenses and wizard tower. There was a giant bomb there, so he healed that up with his last remaining spell. So now he's got a good chunk of hogs, and they'll be able to take out the rest of these defenses while the Expo is distracted and the Valks took out the rest. Just going to fast forward. Everything's wrecked. Very nice job, JacDias. Okay, next up we're going to see 19. I think this is our favorite attack of the war as far as the 9s go. He's going to do a mass hog. He did a lone hog lure to lure out that hound. and he's going to drop a archer on that hut with a healer. Now the healer's not going to aggro to the archer just yet because you need 2 archers. So that one's just going to kind of die, and then he had 2 more archers. They did this weird kind of split, but thankfully the healer still goes to them. Right? That trick would have been messed up if the archers got too far apart and the healer wasn't aggroed onto them anymore. But it worked, so now he's free to start his kind of suicide hero entry to take out this queen. And what do you know, there's also a Tesla farm, just like the last one. So free Tesla farm for us. Gonna take that out, no sweat. And now he's gonna start some hogs in that archer tower to create this nice little pathing in here like that. So that's what you're gonna see. There's the first heal. You knew there's a giant bomb right there, so you wanted that first heal on that first bomb. There's actually there's 4 singles on this base. That's kind of why he did this attack in the first place. If there's 4 singles and you have 4 heals, you can just heal all of them. So second heal for the second bomb. There was a giant bomb between these 2 defenses, but he kind of dropped his heal a little bit early. I guess he was worried about the wizard tower and other damage there. So that bomb's gonna take out a nice chunk, and he has to use a heal in a spot where he couldn't actually heal over a giant bomb. That's okay because he's destroyed most of the base. He's got a very nice chunk of hogs left over, including his max CC hogs. Poison gonna slow down the scalies a little bit, just in time to take out the cannon and for the hogs to finish off the scalies and king. So that'll do it. Just got cleanup at this point. And yeah, that's it. Nice job, Hany. It's actually gonna pop the hound at the last second. Boom. Alright, we got one more to show for you. Got number 16. This is the Mutilator doing what he does best. Quick penta. Notice this exposed hero compartment, which kind of screams out, hey, maybe you should penta me. So that's what he does. He's got the king going in there to kind of just distract while his queen finishes clearing out these storages so that she can eventually reach the queen. Was a little bit dicey there, but she got the job done. Queen's just gonna go down now because that's what you want anyway, right? You don't want your queen popping the hound. So there she goes, and now he starts his penta. So he's got 3 hounds all going on that first air defense. Notice there's 2 wizard towers and a Tesla here, so he wanted to make sure he saved a heal for that, for his loons, because this air defense is out of range of all that. So those loons are nice and healthy, headed into the air defense like he wanted. At this point, he's got a couple more air defenses, so he's going to continue this clockwise deployment with the rest of his hounds, just continuing to drop loons on each defense. So that wizard tower goes down, Tesla goes down. That's all well and good. Rage is going to get to the air defense very quickly. And at this point, there's just 1 air defense. You still get 2 hounds up, including a CC hound. Now that CC hound is going to do a lot of tanking as his loons finish the rest of the base. That was actually what he wanted, because you want your hound to pop, but it wasn't able to tank quite enough, and it didn't pop. But he just wrecked the base so hard. There's so many loons and a few pups to help with cleanup. So nice job, Mutilator. Mutilator's just been absolutely destroying with Quick penta the past few wars, so you might want to consider looking for some bases vulnerable to that. It's pretty OP. Alright, that'll do it for the 9s. Gonna show a couple of the Tunnel 10 attacks. First we'll see Apex, Shattered Boner. The other attack's Shattered Boner. This strat's just OP. It gets results, you know? Some people might not like to do it, but it gets the job done. So it's really what you should be doing a lot of the time. The base doesn't always call for it, but most of the time it's pretty effective. Notice he had like 11 wall breakers here, getting that second layer break. He actually had them break another set right there. Thought that was kind of funny. Don't know if he intended for that. In the end, it didn't really help him out any. Just thought that was kind of interesting. So he's gonna use a poison for Golem Loon CC, of course. There's a double giant bomb here, which kind of clips off a few of his bowlers, but the king and the queen and the few bowlers that remain are going to be able to get the job done. Well, actually, I don't even know if they get the job done, right? He was trying to get this Inferno Tower, but they aren't quite able to reach. Thankfully, this king does make it into the queen compartment. So that's what he wanted. The queen's, it's a lot of DPS. You want to make sure you get that out. Get that taken out. Meanwhile, he's starting his miners on this other Inferno Tower. You want to make sure you take out the opposite Inferno Tower very quickly with your miners while they're at full strength. So he does. Gets the Wizard Tower down. That's another major threat. He's got a small pack over here clearing these outside defenses so that his larger pack can continue taking out the defenses. He uses a final heal to get through this western area while the queen took out the final Inferno Tower. So that was fortunate. Don't know if he needed his queen there. Miners might have been okay with the Inferno still up, but it was still nice to have the queen take out the other Inferno for you. That's something you should always be looking for. Can my queen take out Inferno by herself? And there's just a troll Tesla, so I'm just going to fast forward that. Nice job, Apex. Okay, next we got number 11. We got Dihan's Emperor 2 coming in with a Shatterboner, I think. Yep, there it is. Interesting that he had a CC golem. You don't see that all the time. Usually you'll see like CC miners. But I guess he wanted his golem to do some extra tanking here. This is kind of a long entry, a very, very wide funnel. So he wanted to make sure his golems were up to take on this Inferno, its Expo, and I think eventually the heroes. So yeah, here he goes. He's wall breaked in. Gonna drop heroes, and the rest of his bowlers there. While he poisons the CC. Queen's gonna take that out, no problem. The Inferno's right there in the range of the queen. Then in goes the jump to get this king into the Archer Queen. So he started his miners on the other Inferno. Just like I said, that's what you want to do in the other. That's what you want to do after your Chaos takes out the other Inferno. Just take out the opposite Inferno. So they do take it out very quickly. Miners are looking good. That's a much needed heal right there, as he's got a couple of cannons and Expo to deal with. Point defenses aren't really that much of a threat to a big pack of miners. They'll sweep through that pretty quickly, as you're observing right now. The major threat are these Wizard Towers, but there's just not enough defenses left, so they'll be able to take that out, no problem. He had a nice little miner split, so those Wizard Towers couldn't do much damage. And he just wrecked it so hard, he just decided to swag a heal. So nice job, Dihans. So finally, we're just going to show Vincent's mass miner, just like in the North Watchers War. So he is just going to start with a, kind of a naked hero entry here. He wants to kind of funnel his miners into this Inferno. Now that the funnel has been created, he's just going to use his Warden and miners, like I said, to get that Inferno. He's got 4 heals and a rage. He's going to use that rage. Going to use that rage for the Eagle this time. Last time he used it for the Inferno Tower, but he knew his miners would be able to get the Inferno Tower pretty quickly with a heal, which they do. So now there comes a rage. Going to heal them shortly. He used the tome a little while ago. Don't know if it got all of his miners. I think it missed the core miners, but it got the miners that are out here on the outside. So that was nice. And he uses his final couple of heals to heal his 2 packs that kind of split off here. He's got the main pack over here, which is being supported by the Grand Warden's life aura. That's always a nice perk. Keep those miners nice and buff to, you want them to get the maximum DPS that you can. So at this point you can tell that Inferno Tower is going to go down to the Queen. He still got his cloak, which was very, very fortunate because he needed it, right? His miners were kind of petering out right here. They're all low health. The Tesla and the Archer Tower are causing problems. He's got 1 miner left. And with just a sliver of health, this mortar is actually going to take it out. So it's all down to his Queen right here. It even takes out the archers. So she's got a good chunk of health left, so that mortar's no problem. At this point, timer's running low. I think he had like 12 seconds at this point. Thankfully, she's able to beat through and take out that troll hut. So we're all pretty happy about that. It's a nice war. Tons of great attacks on both sides. It was a real joy to watch. Till next time, this is Brock from Omega saying peace out.